Happy New Year, everyone! I'm Nicolette Mead.
And I'm Rick and Buddha, and we're currently 45 minutes away from the year 1969 in the bouncing city of New York.
Tonight will be that of both good and bad memories of the year that will later be memorized by a bunch of high school students for an elective class.
Hopefully none of those facts from that year will be instrumental in breaking that teacher's perfect record.
Only the future will tell.
Of course. Tonight's memories will be brought to you by the news team of myself, Rick and Buddha, Scott Cookson, and Cal Cullinan.
Along with me, Nicolette Mead, Isabella Black, and Flavia Scottard and Torno.
Now let's go to our on-scene reporter, Isabella Black, who's in the midst of that bouncing city of New York.
Excuse me, I'm Isabella here from Lamb Central reporting 43 minutes until the ball drops. We're right here in Times Square. Can I ask you, are you excited for tonight?
Yes, I had a great year and I'm looking forward to another one.
What are your aspirations and your goals for the next year?
Well, I've been thinking about it a lot and I'm really looking forward to running my second marathon and getting a 5 on the APUSH exam.
The APUSH exam? Wait, can I get your name? I'm sorry.
Kimberly Lamentier.
Kimberly Lamentier? That name sounds really familiar. Is there any travel plans for this year, Kimberly Lamentier?
Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm going to Italy with my husband Greg.
Wow, Greg, you guys sound like a really great couple. Well, I hope it goes really well. Have a great night. Be safe out there. It's really cold.
Thanks.
All right, bye.
Bye.
It's getting really, really chilly, so I'm going to go inside. So back to you, Rick and Nikki.
Well, let's not keep everyone waiting. Let's go right back to January with Rickett.
Alright, let's start tonight with some reminiscing. Back to January of 1968 with the year's economic crisis. With us today is Cal Cullinan of Lamb Central 3 interviewing Robert M. Collins, the economist, here to explain his views on his findings of that crisis. Over to Cal.
Hello. Welcome to today's episode of Two People Between a Flower Pot. Today, we're going to be talking about the economic crisis of America. Thank you, Bob, for coming.
It's, Robert. Sweet. Thanks for having me.
I only do fist bumps.
Okay, so I'm here to talk about my new book, in which we talk about the economic crisis of 1968. So,
wait, isn't that?
Yes,
okay.
that's this year.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mr. Coleman.
This,
All right, go on.
So, basically, in my new book, we explore how the gold crisis impacted the dollar and how the different markets and our foreign investments created the crisis that we're in right now. So, perhaps you remember a few weeks ago when President Johnson,
Mr. Who?
the whole thing, that $6 billion tax cut.
Yeah, sure,
that?
whatever. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. So that's to
what?
to promote this whole thing.
Oh,
because
yeah.
With the whole gold crisis, like, basically foreigners were selling the dollar for
It says.
in
okay,
money
yeah.
bonds. Yeah.
Okay.
And basically global markets lost confidence in the dollar and they became wary of it, and we haven't had that much investments.
Why should I care?
Well, I mean, you live in this country, don't you?
Well, I don't have to be. I mean, how's the economy affecting me if I'm making money? I'm a talk show host, right?
Well,
Oh?
somehow.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Well, would you like some water?
No, thank you. Nothing that touched your lips. So, as I was saying, this whole thing combined with our investments in Vietnam and the war, it really manifested into the economic crisis of 1968.
Yeah, Vietnam, that's bad.
Yeah. That's really all I got.
That's it?
Yeah, I mean,
So why should I read your book? All right, thank you for coming on Between a Flower Pot.
Thanks for having me.
What a great interview by Cal Cullinan. I think he spilled a little bit of water. I believe it is important to reflect on some of the down parts of this year to show how far we have come thus far.
Yes, continuing on with our program, we mustn't forget our involvement in Vietnam. The controversial issue known as the Tet Offensive clearly sparked some disagreement between the people. To fully reminisce, we will take you back to a past on-scene reporting with Isabella Black.
Good morning, Vietnam. My name is Isabella Black, and I'm here with Lamb Central interviewing American soldier disguised as a Viet Cong, John Marcos Sepulveda. How are you feeling today?
Not very well.
And why is that?
There might be soldiers watching us.
Oh,
Get down, get down.
let's just get down. Okay, are you aware that 44 out of the 66 capitals have been taken over by American forces?
Yes, I heard about it.
What are your thoughts on the Tet Offensive?
No one might get killed right here. So
Oh, okay. Wait, one last question. Have you been in contact with your family back in America?
can you give my family
Yeah,
the letter?
I'll give them the letter. Okay.
Right here, right here.
Okay. Okay. All right.
All right, we have to
All right.
leave
Thank
now.
you for the interview. Thank you for the interview.
Hey, dude, just come. I'm working on it.
Good evening. I'm here with General Westmoreland. Thank you for joining us today.
It's good to be here.
So, can you let our audience know why you're back in the States from South Vietnam?
Well, President Johnson has declined my request for 200,000 more additional troops for the war effort. So I have been let go from my position.
And what position will you be appointed to?
I honestly don't know at this time.
Okay. What do you think is the best option right now for America as far as the Vietnam War goes?
In order to end the war and defeat communism in Vietnam, we have to destroy the Ho Chi Minh Trail. And in order to do that, we might have to extend our operations into Cambodia and Laos.
Okay. Thank you for joining us. I know you couldn't be here for very long. Very busy in Washington, D.C. right now, so thank you very much.
Good to be here.
What great footage from such a controversial war. Now moving on, one of our favorite things to do on New Year's Eve is to elect a most impactful book of the year. Then follow up with an interview with the authors of such book. Let's review the nominations. The first one, in 2001, is A Space Odyssey by Arthur C. Clarke, a book that changed the way us Americans look at the stars. Our second nomination is The Last Unicorn by Peter S. Beagle, a book about a unicorn that was immortal but could not ignore a voice whispering, "Unicorns are gone from the world." Wow. Our final nomination is The Double Helix by James D. Watson, a book about how Francis Crick and James Watson revolutionized biochemistry and won themselves a Nobel Prize.
And the winner is The Double Helix. So, The Double Helix won our most impactful Book of the Year award for its extreme popularity and cultural impact. For those who do not know what the book is about or what a double helix even is, the book is about Dr. Watson and Crick's DNA research and their discovery of the double helix, the structure of DNA. We will now go live to Scott Cookson for our New Year's interview with Watson and Crick. Over to you, Scott.
Good morning. I'm here today with Mr. Watson, Mrs. Crick, and Maurice Wilkins. Hi guys, how are you?
Doing great, having a good day.
Good. So today we're here to learn more about these three scientists and what got them so interested in the double helix, more specifically. Now, what got you guys interested in science in the first place?
Well, science in and amongst itself is an interesting topic. What specifically got us interested in finding the structure of the double helix was that it was a big race, and that was the major breakthrough that we were all trying to solve the puzzle for.
Wow, that's very interesting. Can you say something about that, Mr. Watson?
Yep, I agree.
That's the author, for those of you who don't know, of the double helix. He's a Nobel Peace Prize winner.
Nope, not Peace Prize. It's not the Peace Prize.
Nobel
it's the
Prize.
Nobel Prize.
Ah, yes.
It's one of my pet peeves, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay, don't worry about it. Anyways, moving forward.
Are we cutting that? Okay.
No, we're good. So, can you tell us a little bit more about the research that's in the double helix?
Absolutely, I will. Although my partner wrote it, we both were very, very instrumental in devising this model. And what we did was we took all the pieces of the puzzle and we were the ones that were able to put it all together. It was based on Mr. Wilkins' work as well, but we were able to finally solve that double helix structure successfully.
Wow, that's awesome. Now, for those of you who don't know, The Double Helix is a book about what she just explained, written by Mr. Watson over here, and this is our book of the year. Thank you guys so much for coming out today. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
That's it?
Yes.
Very interesting stuff from Watson and Crick. If only I knew half of that stuff, I'm sure I would fail that AP exam. Now moving on to the next segment.
Every year, one of our New Year segments is about one of the most innovative advancements in science and technology. This year, an innovation in what has become known as computer science has surfaced, and we believe that we will contribute immensely to the development of this field.
My name's Cal Cullinan, and I'm with the computer companies. Are you a corporation, company, or a company that likes to take our money? Well, this is the perfect thing for you. If you have a computer system, the brand new computer mouse. It does everything in your computer software, from navigating to planes and through XYZ accesses. Now, let's go to some ordinary citizens or CEOs and see what they have to say about the computer mouse. So I'm here today with the CEO of Intel, Marty Moak, right? Yes. So
That's Mr. Moak.
Mr. Moak, Mr. Moak. So, what do you think computer mouses will do for the industry?
I would hope they would make the usage of computers a whole lot easier and a whole lot more functional. For example, I have a laptop right now and I can't function with the laptop at all,
Yeah.
but I need a mouse, and the mouse makes it a whole lot more enjoyable for me to use.
What is a laptop?
What's a laptop? You don't know what a laptop is? The laptop, let me see this?
Yeah.
This is a desktop. This desktop here, I can't move with it. The laptop allows me to do the same things.
Oh, wow.
This is a laptop. For you guys that are in the Stone Ages,
Yeah.
this is a laptop. I'm making money.
Ah,
I'm making money
okay.
because I am making it a whole lot more flexible and pliable, and it would be a good idea if I could get it open.
Oh, man. Well, keep working with that.
Coop did this open. There we go. There we go. So now, let's get back to what I was trying to explain to you, young man.
Yes.
Okay? This is a laptop.
Okay.
This is a laptop. This is a variation of a mouse. Okay? People my age can't function with these. Okay? They need these.
What's your age?
27.
27, okay. I was 16. All right. Okay. Thank you. Well, thank you for your time, sir. I hope you have a great day, Mr. Moak.
Yes.
Okay, remember that.
Yes. Hi, today I'm here with Porter Smith. He's a CEO of a technology company, and today I'm going to ask him a couple questions about the newly invented computer mouse. Now, Mr. Smith, what do you think about the computer mouse?
What is the computer mouse?
It's a small portable device that helps you navigate through computer systems. Have you heard about it?
Is it alive or deceased?
No, sir. I'm sorry, I didn't explain this, but it's not alive. It's a piece of technology.
I'm just not sure how a small field critter is going to do much at all to help my technology company. They're mainly meant for the fields and areas where they're prone to pick up small chips of wood.
Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Smith. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Yes. Hello. I am now outside the door of Pear Company CEO, Mr. Nicolette Mead. Hello, sir. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
Now, do you prefer the name XY Coordinator or Mouse for the newly invented piece of technology for computer science?
What do you mean by a mouse?
It's a small portable device. It's used for computer software. Do you know what a computer is? You're a CEO of Pear Company.
Well, obviously I'm using a computer.
Oh. Thank you, sir. So do you think this will benefit the industry?
I don't know if it's going to benefit the industry. It better benefit the people that work for me.
All right, sounds good. Thank you for the input.
Sure.
Have a great night.
Thanks for coming.
Yes.
Very interesting stuff, Cal. Now, after learning about computer mouses, we are moving on to our next segment about Time Magazine's Person of the Year.
Well, we have something very exciting for our viewers tonight, an interview with William Anders, one of the astronauts chosen as the Times Man of the Year. We will be going over to Flavia and Isabel for the interview.
That's right, folks. We have William Anders of Apollo 8 with us tonight. Mr. Anders, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, it's a pleasure to be here with you tonight. I'm William Anders. I'm 35 years old and graduated from the Air Force Institute of Technology in 1962. I've been a fighter pilot and I've also worked at the Air Force Weapons Laboratory in New Mexico. But I have a feeling that's not why I'm here tonight.
Now, Mr. Anders, why don't you tell us a little bit about your spaceflight? How does it feel to be one of the first humans orbiting the moon?
Well, a wise man once said that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And this mission was really that first step towards our ultimate goal, to put a man on the moon. It might be a few months or a few years before we can get to the point that we have boots on the ground. But what this really shows is that we can get there and we can take a man with us.
Wow, that's great. Should we be expecting any more manned flights in the near future?
Well, it's not quite my pay grade to say that, but our engineers are making great progress, and I'm sure that with enough time and dedication, we can beat the riskies and land American feet on the moon.
I like that. That's wonderful to hear. So what do you think of Time selecting the three of you as its Men of the Year?
Well, I was tremendously honored to be among those selected as Men of the Year. But let's leave credit where credit is due. I was just the scientist they sent along to take measurements and keep an eye on the engines. The heart and soul of the mission was my two colleagues, Frank Borman and James Lovell, without whom this flight would have been impossible.
Meanwhile, I believe we have some footage of the mission, so now we're going to cut so the viewers can see what Mr. Anders and his crew were up to.
We are now approaching lunar sunrise, and for all the people back on Earth, the crew, and God saw that it was good. And from the crew of Apollo 8, we close with good night, good luck, a Merry Christmas, and God bless all of you on the good Earth.
Well, that has certainly been some enlightening footage from our own Apollo 8.
And stay tuned because next we're going to play a tribute to the tragically departed Martin Luther King Jr.
We've got some difficult days ahead, but it really doesn't matter with me now because I've been to the mountaintop.
I am a segregationist.
You love your little niggas, I love who I please.
I feel that nonviolence is really the only way, because violence is just so self-defeating. A riot ends up creating many more problems for the Negro community than it solves. You can, through violence, burn down a building, but you can't establish justice. You can murder a murderer, but you can't murder murder through violence. You can murder a hater, but you can't murder hate. And what we are trying to get rid of is hate.
Can we honestly say that it doesn't affect our security and the fight for peace when Negroes are denied their full constitutional rights?
We must come to see that the end we seek is a society at peace with itself. And that will be a day not of the white man, not of the black man. That will be the day of man as man. Segregation in public transportation will pass away. The Negro citizens will return to the buses on a non-segregated basis. Things that are being done by you will make Birmingham a better city for everybody. I have a dream. My poor little children one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream. Bring the attention of the nation to this whole issue in Selma, Alabama.
What he's asking for is right.
How long? Not long. Glory, hallelujah.
That we as a people will get to the promised land.
The time has come for the president to sign an executive order outlawing segregation. Register to vote. We will speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Such a beautiful presentation put together in honor of the very influential civil rights activist whose ways will always be carried out throughout his supporters.
Now on to our next segment with Cal Cullinan live out in our Miami site right now at this moment with Ray Charles to talk to him about his new album.